Welcome everybody to a fourth star map. Once again, I'm Tyler. Let's get to it. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics to talk about in the world, and that's semiotics. What the heck is that, dude? I know pretty much nobody's heard of this. We don't talk about this in our daily lives. It's a pretty academic topic. So we're going to get straight into it. Semiotics is the study of signs and symbols. So when we're talking about semiotics, there's three things that we want to keep in mind. We have the signifier, which is the physical thing. So today I'm going to use something on my desk as an example. We will use a pair of glasses, blue light glasses, to keep my eyes from getting torched by the phone and the computer. So you have the actual thing. You also have the word or the sound that I'm using to describe the thing. So there's the physical thing itself. Then there's the word glasses, which is different than this. I can say glasses and there's no glasses. So I want to separate the word and the sound that I'm making with my mouth from the actual glasses that I have in my mouth. So I guess that could be the signifier, which is the sound. Then you have the sign, which is the actual thing, the actual glasses. And then you have the thing that's signified, which is additional things that you can think of when glasses are mentioned. Sometimes, you can think of a studious person or like a nerd, or like these are examples of things that you think of when you think of glasses. You guys might have your own thing that you think of when you think of glasses. So also we have the apple. So there's signifiers, there's different things that you can say to make people think of an apple. You could say red, round, fruit. An apple comes to mind. Then you have the actual apple that you can hold in your hand, which is different than the signifiers. And then you have the signified, which are the mental concepts. Fruit, you have the apple company, freshness, happy, healthy, teacher's pet, technology. There's also apple pie. People say it's as American as apple pie, so it can signify patriotism. You also have the evil apple in Snow White that the witch has, like the poisonous apple. And then you also have the forbidden fruit in the Bible in the Garden of Eden, the apple. And then, like we said, we also have the Apple Incorporated, the technology company. So there's all sorts of things. Semiotics is all about separating the words that we use to describe things, the mental concepts that we have about these things, and then the physical things themselves, and how those are all different things in and of themselves. So furthermore, on the screen is a picture of a fish. Now, is this a fish? No, it's not a fish. It's just a picture of a fish. And a fish also signifies certain concepts or ideas depending on who you ask. And I can also say different words to make you think of a fish. I could say underwater creature, swims, gills, and these things will make you think of a fish. And these things are all different. So these are different artistic renditions of what can be signified in our thoughts when an image of a fish or the word fish is spoken, or different words are spoken to signify a fish. On the top left, you have the zodiac sign, Pisces. I think that's also a depiction of the top right, only it's also artistically being rendered into a yin-yang sign. And then in the bottom right, we have the fish. And if you've watched my Sundays and Scrolls videos, we talk about how Jesus called the first disciples to be fishers of men. So you can see how physical objects have correlations with mental, spiritual ideas and concepts that are beyond just the physical object and the language that we use to describe them. So this is a famous painting by Rene Magritte, and it says, "Ceci ne est pas un pipe." So I think it says this is not a pipe, or this is a photo of a pipe, or like this is a painting of a pipe. And so Magritte here, and artists play with semiotics all the time. If you start to, once you know about this concept, you can go and see it everywhere. So what he's doing here is essentially showcasing semiotics. It's not a pipe, it's a painting of a pipe. And he said, "The famous pipe, how people reproached me for it, And yet, could you stuff my pipe? No, it's just a representation, is it not? So if I'd written on my picture, this is a pipe, I'd have been lying, because it's just a painting of a pipe, and that's different than the actual thing. So that brings us to a picture of the Bible. It's not, this isn't the Bible, it's just a picture of the Bible. And even if you have a physical Bible, I have a physical Bible right here. Even the physical Bible is not the mental concepts or the ideas that are portrayed in the Bible, or the values or the stories that are in the Bible. And that's so interesting, because once again, it's that difference between what's physical and what's spiritual, or what exists in the realm of concepts and ideas, and how they're all related but different at the same time. Semiotics essentially says the physical object is not just the physical object or the physical world. It's so much more. These are two questions I have, main questions. You guys think for yourselves, tell me what you think. Does human consciousness ascribe meaning to inanimate objects? So do I have a pair of glasses and I decide, or we decide through language as a vehicle for culture, what this means? Do I decide what the glasses symbolize? Or are signs, symbols, metaphor, and archetype the language in which the material world communicates with human consciousness, which is us, obviously? So do I decide what the glasses mean, or do the glasses have an inherent property about them that signifies like intelligence, or being a nerd, or being studious, or having bad eyes, or like anything like that? Is there an inherent quality in material objects which communicates to us? And that raises all sorts of questions with man-made things. And that also gets to a quote by Mircea Eliade, who was a famous religious scholar. He said that the most important thing about something is the essence of a thing. So if I were to look at these glasses, I'm not sure what material this is made of, probably plastic, but plastic and glass, I'm assuming glasses, or like a desk, I think is a better example. Like this desk is made of wood, and what wood is derived from is obviously a tree. And so you can use that. I have another video coming out on mirrors, and how the essence of a mirror being like the true, like the first mirrors that we used were bodies of water, and how that can add meaning to the man-made objects that we make to kind of mimic these natural objects that do the same thing. So it's an interesting idea. It's pretty heady, I know, but down in the comment section below or on Instagram, reach out to me. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you can think of any other examples, and keep these two questions in mind. Do we ascribe meaning to material objects, or do the material objects have a sort of essence that kind of communicates back to us? And, how does that work? How does that happen? All right. Once again, this has been a Fourth Star Map. I'm Tyler. Thanks again, and God bless. Have a great year.